back to another unboxing. Today we're going to be looking at the Snom PA1 Plus, which is a device that makes it easy to broadcast announcements and pages over an internet network. With the Snom PA1 Plus, you can send important messages, alerts, or even music to different areas of a building or across a campus, all through your computer network, making communication modern, efficient, and accessible. Snom has developed a SIP bridge enabling businesses to extend their existing public announcement speaker system while upgrading from their digital or POT systems into SIP-based voice communication solutions. So let's get started. This device is a major upgrade to any facility using an outdated intercom system. Pulling the main unit out of the box, the first thing that I notice is it is heavy and seems to be made of metal. This thing is built to last. Next, we have a few step-by-step instruction manuals that are extremely easy to navigate for installing and configuring your device. Also included in the box are materials for mounting your PA1 Plus. Next, we have this set of raw cables and pin ports and your 3.5mm line adapter. On this first side, we have the IP reset button and two LED indicators for the power and call status. Next, there are two Ethernet ports, one specifically for PoE or power over Ethernet, and a LAN port. There is a place for a power cord, but the PA1 Plus does not include it. There is an extension port, which is where you will connect your existing phone or intercom device via FXS or FXO, depending on your system. There are 4 of these I/O pin ports for controlling connected devices via Snom's web interface. Flipping it around, we see these additional pin ports, VDD and KBD, which are essentially for door entry relays. There are also 2 buttons for speaker wire, a space for a microphone to be plugged in, and a line out spot for headsets to use when installing or doing maintenance, and a place for the 3.5mm line adapter for using raw cables. These 5 pin ports can be used for integrating your door phone systems, door opening and closing systems, and relay magnets. So what's the difference in the original PA1 and the upgraded PA1 Plus? The key highlight would be the supported higher level of security and support for certificates due to the new chipset, along with the new gigabit network interface rather than the original 10100 megabytes per second. Making the transition to the PA1 Plus is not a daunting task. The setup guide has very clear instructions on how to integrate the device into your environment, whether with or without DHCP. With the PA1 Plus, Snom has deployed a web interface, making configuration and management a breeze. Above all, the PA1 Plus is versatile, suitable for both small and large-scale applications thanks to its built-in 6.5-watt amplifier for single-speaker projects. For more extensive projects requiring improved connectivity, it supports larger setups using a 600-ohm interface, facilitating the integration of multiple speakers driven by external high-wattage amplifiers. The PA1 Plus functions as an automatic SIP answering preamp that powers the multi-speaker arrangement. Its utilization of Snom's established SIP stack ensures broad compatibility with all SIP platforms. Another use is the flexible relay contacts that can be controlled remotely via SIP or DTMF to integrate existing door opening systems. The PA1 Plus excels in security with SHA-2 encryption, which is pretty unique on amplifiers. Thank you so much for tuning in to Think Tank Theater today. Stay tuned for more cutting-edge technology from Daniel Norotsky.
Daniel. So good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Q&A for our Snom PA1 Plus unboxing video. We're going to get started with some common questions that you might have about this product. Why is the DTMF capability an asset to this product?
Yeah, DTMF, it's really there's 2 different scenarios it could play in. If you're trying to bring a page into a system, so maybe from an outside source, you could have the phone line come into the system and hit this box, and then it would need to have DTMF tones to reach a specific page group. That way, not anybody could just call into a line and make pages. You'd have to know the specific code, if you will, to get to that paging group. So that's one important key of DTMF. The other one would be if you're really trying to have paging connected with the PA1 Plus's relays to some door entry controls, door phones. And so that would allow you to pass those DTMF tones to unlock doors, open gates, things like that.
That sounds amazing. Definitely, integrating the whole office where there's not a lot of controls that you're having to remember how to use. So a follow-up question is this a market standard or is this something that's unique to the Snom PA1 Plus?
Yeah, it is unique. I wouldn't call it a standard. There are a few products in the market that have this capability, but by and large, not everyone does it. So it is unique when you see it.
Amazing. Okay, so moving forward, let's break down a SIP bridge. Let's explain that in more detail and how does it work and how does it benefit this product?
Absolutely. So that's what this product really is. It's bridging the technology from analog to SIP. And so using this as the SIP bridge allows you to take either a SIP call coming in and transferring that into an analog system, or more importantly, what we see, an analog system, and then transferring that page, that analog page, into a SIP environment. And so really you're really taking two technologies that exist separately, and this is the bridge between the two of them so that they can be cohesive.
So for a school or business looking at this product, using the SIP bridge technology, is this something that's going to be really easy to integrate, or are they going to have to change some of their existing infrastructure?
Yeah, this is what allows them to not have to change the infrastructure exactly. So if they had some maybe some analog speakers out there and a newer SIP PBX or even a cloud PBX system, they could put this PA1 Plus in place in the middle, and it bridges the gap between the phone system and the paging equipment.
Okay, so trailing off of the equipment conversation, in the unboxing, we were talking about pin ports and some of the LAN ports that were featured, and we mentioned FXO and FXS. So could you break that down and explain that for me?
Absolutely. So on some of the older analog TDM PBXs that were out there, one of the ways that you could initiate a page would be coming off either an FXS or an FXO port. And so an FXO port would be a line port coming off the system. An FXS port would be an analog extension. So basically, you'd either use it as an extension or a line off of the system to initiate that ring down circuit to hit some older analog paging. And so some of that older analog paging still exists today because a lot of that was put in 20 years ago and it just works. The stuff doesn't fail. It doesn't have an onboard CPU or processor. It's just a speaker, an amplifier, and it just works. And so in order to take something new in SIP and be able to still hit those ring down circuits and provide that ring down voltage that those speakers need to turn on and off when the page starts and ends, that's where that FXS FXO port is very useful today.
Absolutely. So this is great because, you know, users of this product aren't going to have to get rid of their analog phones that they've had forever, and they can just put those right into the system without having to change or buy new or get rid of.
So Bailey, when you were unboxing, tell us what you thought of the documentation that Snom provided for you.
The user's manual that it came with was one of the best I had ever seen. I truly felt like I could go set this up today because it was just that detailed. There were graphics and illustrations, and it was a flow chart. And then also as an additional resource for troubleshooting and configuring and stuff like that, Snom has their own sort of wiki pages online for users to search through those for additional support.
Yeah, very good stuff. And then what was your overall feeling as you were unboxing?
Yeah, so this is such a unique niche of need in the industry. So obviously, paging and intercom is a huge need in the world between schools and businesses, grocery stores, whatever. And I thought that the PA1 Plus specifically did a great job of simplifying this bridge between, like you said, the two technologies that already exist, and making it easy to integrate both of those worlds, so that way as a whole they can come together and work easier.
Yeah, really. The only other way to get easier is to have it all in one box, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, appreciate the thoroughness of going through this, and we look forward to seeing everyone next time on our next unboxing.
Thank you.